Today's class is going to be all seated postures. These can all be performed standing if you ever want to repeat these poses, but today we are going to focus on hip flexor, strength, and opening. A little bit more toward the strength side, but we're going to start with opening them up a little bit before we jump into the strength moves, but we're going to jump in there and get started. So if you'd like to find your comfortable seated posture, if you prefer to lay down, by all means feel free to do so. I'll guide seated for the beginning meditation, so find your cozy seat and we'll get started there. Hands can rest effortlessly on the lap with the legs crossed or extended. I'll leave that up to you. And eventually, once you get to your posture, gently draw your eyes closed. Take a couple moments to simply observe how you feel. Allow your mind to begin to navigate inwards. So notice how the headspace feels, how your body feels, and even your emotional well-being right now. And let go of any sorts of judgments, thinking about how you feel. Just let yourself be in your body. Let yourself feel how you feel right now. Gently begin to bring your awareness towards the feeling of the breath. As you inhale and exhale, allow yourself to simply feel the body breathe. If you'd like, you can deepen your breaths, exaggerating the length of every inhale and exhale. You can also just breathe normally. Find what feels good. As you breathe, continue to feel the body lift and lower, expand and contract with the breath. As you're breathing, sit up nice and tall. Create space in the torso for your breath within. The crown of the head lifts towards the ceiling. With a strong back body, allow the rest of the body to simply soften and relax around the breath. Relaxing your facial expression and the jaw, softening the chest, the belly, and the legs. Take a couple more breaths, just allowing your awareness to feel every inhale and exhale to arrive in your body for your practice today. Once you feel connected to the breath and the body, gently peel your eyes open and find somewhere to look on the ground ahead of you. Continue to breathe deeply, feeling the breath within. Allow your awareness to stay inwards. Once you feel connected to the breath, allow your legs to straighten out ahead of you. And if you need to bob those knees up and down, feel free to do so. We're going to start with a nice, gentle hip opening stretch. So on your next inhale, bring the right ankle to cross over the left leg. Pause here. If this feels like a deep enough stretch, you're going to stay right as you are. If you want to go a little bit further, you can simply lean forward or place that left foot on the ground and then hands behind you, allowing your chest to make its way towards the shin. So you can add a significant bend to the knee, you can add a lesser bend, going for a nice opening in the outside of that right hip. So press that right knee away from you and flex the toes of that right foot. Continue to pull the heart forward and we'll simply breathe here for a couple of big breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more. If the leg is bent on your exhale, straighten that leg out and then straighten the right leg out as well. On your next inhale, left ankle crosses over that right leg. Again, you can pause here, just simply leaning forward, working into the hip, or place the foot on the ground wherever it feels good for you. Hands can come behind as support, but we're really pulling that heart up and forward, pressing the left knee away and flexing the left foot. Breathe deeply here. Notice what you feel. Relax the jaw, soften your gaze. Couple more big breaths, breathing into the shape. Let's take 1 more big breath here. On your exhale, gently straighten that right leg down and then the left leg out as well. From here, we're gonna move into lifting and lowering the legs straight. So straighten those legs out, flex those toes back towards you, sit up as tall as you can, and you can bring your hands by your sides or even behind you, but I'd like to encourage you to not lean back and put a lot of weight into them, but stay with the shoulders stacked over the hip points. On your next inhale with your straight leg, lift that right leg up off the ground. On the exhale, lower just to a hover. We're not sitting down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hover. 3 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. You got it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Then we're going to hold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hover. Alrighty. Inhale, lift it on up. That thigh should be burning right now. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. Great job. Exhale, slowly set it back down. Going straight to that other side. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, just to a hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Last 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Follow your breath. 1 more. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hover. This time we're going to hold. Inhale, lift it on up. Pause. Try to keep those shoulders over the hip points. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. You got it. On your exhale, slowly lower down. Great job. If you need to kind of bob the knees, feel free to do so. Shake those legs side to side. So we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to step those feet out so they're just wider than hips distance. So a tiny little V in front of you. We're going to do the same thing, but with the legs extended now. So I'm going to turn back onto my mat, but find a tiny V shape in front of you. Flex the feet so the toes pull back towards you. Inhale, sit up super tall. You can use the hands for support, but again, not leaning back, not a lot of weight back there. You ready for this? Inhale, right foot lifts. Exhale to a hover. You can do it. Inhale, lift. Doesn't have to be a tall lift. Exhale, hover. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We're going to hold. Inhale, lift it on up. You got it. Couple big breaths. Make sure you're breathing. 2 more. 1 more breath. Exhale, set it on down. Great job. Other side. Then we're done with these leg lifts for today. When you're ready, follow an inhale. Flex that left foot, lift it up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, hover. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, hover. Final one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now we hold. Inhale, lift it on up. Pause. Couple big breaths. Make sure you still have that kind of V shape between the legs. 2 more breaths. You got it. Last one. Exhale, slowly lower down. Great job. Feel free to windshield wiper those legs side to side, bob the knees. Find a release in those hip flexors in the upper thigh region. Once you're ready, step those feet back in towards each other, legs together, coming into a nice forward fold for a release. Inhale, sit up super tall. Exhale, walk those hands down alongside the legs. On your next inhale, pull the heart forward, lengthen the back body, and exhale, maybe you lower a little bit deeper. Keep really pressing the knees and thighs towards the ground here, really exaggerating the stretch on the backs of the legs. Toes pull back towards you. Couple big breaths here. Let's take 2 more full breaths. 1 more breath. Great job. On your next inhale, come back up to seated. Exhale once you get there. Inhale, Baddha Konasana feet. So butterfly legs, insides of the feet touch, knees splay outwards. Exhale. On your next inhale, sit up as tall as you can, and then exhale, dive the heart forward. And we're just going for a nice stretch on the internal hip flexors. Nothing crazy here, so breathe deeply into the hips. Find what feels good. Relax the shoulders and jaw. A couple more big breaths in this shape. And let's take 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, gently come on up. And then find your cozy seated posture. So whether that's with legs crossed or extended, if you'd like to lay down, feel free to lay down. We'll meet placing the right hand in the center of the chest and the left hand on the belly, eyes drawn closed. Allow yourself to take a couple moments to simply tune within. Maybe you bring your mind's eye to those hip flexors and just notice how they feel after the movements that we took. Eventually navigate your awareness to the hands on your body. As your body breathes, simply feel the breath under the hands. So the inhales, you'll notice the hands lift. And the exhales, the hands will lower. Take a couple of moments. Allow yourself to simply feel the body. And maybe even you notice the heartbeat under that right hand. Just feel what's going on within and relax everything else around the feeling of your hands on the body. Eventually bring the palms to touch, heart center, prayer hands. Keep those eyes closed. Take a couple big breaths, just feeling the body breathe. And again, check out your body, your mind, notice how you feel. Examining, noticing the headspace, the body, your emotional well-being. Yeah, we're simply here to become aware, to just notice. So let go of any judgment around how you feel right now. Just become aware. And gently give yourself a smile. Really thank yourself for showing up here today, for dedicating your time to your health, your life, and of course, your practice. And thank you for sharing your beautiful energy with me here this evening. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.